Hey everyone, my name is Jesse Lear, and you might be wondering what this Facebook page is all about. Well, I'm an entrepreneur, and as far as I can remember, I've always had this deep longing to live a story worth telling. Well, my story began, at least as far as my entrepreneurship career goes, about 7 years ago when I was walking across the stage at my college graduation. I had big dreams back then, and almost none of them came true the way that I thought that they were going to. At least until much later and in a totally different way. I ended up moving back in with my parents. I was over $100,000 in debt, both from student loans and from dumb decisions on credit cards. I ended up ultimately bouncing a check to my friend, which was a real low point. That basically brought me to where I was living in Columbus, Ohio, selling cable door to door, which my friend had been trying to convince me to do for a long time. And what I thought at the time was one of the worst things and most embarrassing things to happen to me ended up being one of the biggest blessings and most smartest decisions that I had ever made. If I hadn't taken that job selling cable door to door, I never would have ended up moving into a nice apartment community in a northeast suburb of the city, where I noticed that trash and recycling removal was really difficult. If you wanted to take out your trash, you basically had to walk it in the snow or rain or whatever to a compactor that was a good 200 yards away. If you wanted to recycle, that was even harder because the nearest recycling center was miles away. You had to load everything in your car and take it there. And so my roommate and I realized that no other company in the Midwest that we could find was picking up trash and recycling at the residents' doorsteps for apartment communities. And we knew there was an opportunity there because if we felt the frustration of having to take our stuff so far away, other people must be feeling the same thing too. The catch was this: we had no idea how to start a business, none, but we set out to figure it out. We surrounded ourselves with great mentors. We read every book we could get our hands on. We made tons of mistakes and learned from them. And we journaled what we were learning as we went. And one of my favorite places to journal the lessons I was learning through this whole process was on my personal Facebook page. Now this might seem like a little bit of an odd place to journal, but to me it was a great way to really share the lessons that I was learning with other people. And what happened after that was really interesting. The more I learned and the more our company grew from 0 to 6 figures and 7 figures and beyond, with offices in multiple cities, and we gained freedom that we never thought was possible before. The more that happened, the more people started reaching out to me with questions about their own story, about their own journey that they were going through. And I started figuring out that, man, I was not the only one who felt like I had not been living a story worth telling. I was not the only one who dreamed that there was more possible, that there was more adventure to be had in life, that there was more freedom to experience. Even what society would call a great job in a cubicle somewhere making $50,000 or $60,000 a year, sometimes that just doesn't feel like enough and we don't know why. And those people started reaching out to me more and more and more with questions. The more I started helping them, the more I started realizing that I loved teaching what I had done through entrepreneurship and really how to use that vehicle to live a story worth telling and to help other people do the same thing. So that's what this page is all about. If you have a job that you just really don't like, if you have one that maybe you do like, and you just still have this deep longing down in your gut that you know there's something more to life that you haven't experienced yet, then this page is for you. My goal for this page is to basically turn this into the most valuable resource for free content on entrepreneurship training anywhere on the web. And that's why we're here. I'm so excited that you've joined me. So follow along, like the page, comment below with your questions. I'm here for you, and I can't wait to share with you what we've got coming next.